What's going on, everyone, and welcome back to Stoic Context. Today we are going to react to another Kevin Samuels video. Before we get into it, make sure you guys like and subscribe. I'm going to save my commentary for the end of the video, so stay tuned for that.
Can you hear me okay?
I can hear you now.
Okay.
How old are you?
I just turned 34.
All right. Domestic or stray? What do we got?
And I wish I could hear you better.
Well, I don't know.
I would say that I would fall in the stray category, but
Okay. Are you having problems with the audio?
yes. Now I
All right.
can't see you. I live way out in the country where I don't have like any signal, but
All right. So what else do you fall into a stray category? Are you married?
I am engaged.
Okay.
My fiance told me about you, and I've been watching your videos for about 2 weeks. I really like them.
Okay.
But I've always been in relationships like back to back. I wouldn't say trouble finding a guy, but it's hard for me to move past the being engaged to actually getting married.
How many times you've been engaged?
Well, I was married when I was 18 or 19. I was 19. And since then, I've been engaged probably twice.
Somebody dropped to their knee, presented a ring of significant heritage in public, and proposed to you?
Yes.
And you accept it?
I did. It didn't last. It didn't, work out the last two times, but I am
who
engaged now this time.
Who ended it? The first time you were engaged, who ended it?
Who ended it?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. That's hard. We were both like a tornado and a volcano.
No, it's really not.
Really,
One of y'all, who did you get the ring back?
Yeah, I gave the ring back.
All right. The second time, did you get the ring back?
Yes, I gave the ring back. I don't feel any need to keep it. It's not mine. They got it for me. We're not getting married. So.
All right. So you ended both of those because you gave the ring back. All right. So you're engaged. Your boyfriend told you to watch me. Stray. Having problems getting past engagement. When is your wedding date?
We don't have a wedding date. We got engaged like a year ago. And
why don't you have a wedding date?
I don't know.
Because you're not really engaged.
We fight a lot.
Because you're not really engaged. That's why you don't have a wedding date, because you're not really engaged.
I mean, we're supposed to be. We just haven't had a conversation.
No, there's no conversation. See, after engagement starts wedding planning.
Yeah.
You've been engaged for a year.
Yeah.
How many venues have you looked at? Even online?
None.
You're not really engaged. You prepared to get this ring back too?
No, we're still together.
Okay, well then what are you going to do to get down the path of getting past this stage? I'm going to have the hard conversations, Kevin.
That's what I'm struggling with.
Why?
We fight a lot. He says that I'm dominant, and I know I'm stubborn and dominant, and okay, I'm open to change though. But by the way you described being a stray, I kind of agree and kind of don't agree. I would say like one of my
You're dominant about what? You're dominant about what? Let's back up. You're 30, how old?
34.
Any children?
No.
You have a degree?
No. I went to college, but
all right. So what do you do? So what's your profession?
I work in behavioral health, a community support specialist, so like a caseworker.
So administrative kind of stuff?
It's more so like social work.
Okay. Not exceptionally high earning, mid-tier? Mid-tier, middle income?
No, just like middle class.
All right. Yeah. So where do you get off being dominating as a high school graduate with a middle class job?
Personally, I think I've lived with my dad my whole life. My dad's in a wheelchair. I've taken care of him alone since I was 6. kind of having to tell him what to do, how to take care of
Is that,
himself.
are you still doing that now?
Yeah, I still take care of him. He lives right by me now.
All right.
I don't know. I've kind of just been on my own, took care of myself, always had a job.
But ma'am, you've always had a job. You've had to work. I get it. But you've been engaged, what, going on 4 times now? 3 times? Yeah. This is the 3rd time?
Third time.
And you've been married once. What happens if this doesn't work out?
Go back to being single and living alone. I already do live alone. I'm trying to work on myself, trying to work on what I can do to make a step forward, to be a good wife.
How about be cooperative and appreciative that somebody is willing to deal with you? Yeah. Ma'am, you're 34 years old. You have run smack dab through the wall. You don't have any more lives left on the machine. This one doesn't work. You are all the way in no man's land, on the verge of 36 to 60, no children, and a history of not being able to cooperate and finish. That's what you're basically saying.
Yeah.
All right. Now I don't, it doesn't matter, but were you raised Christian? It doesn't matter one way or another. Either you were or you weren't.
I was. Yeah, I was.
All right. So if God came down and tapped you, or sent an angel, tapped you on the shoulder and said, "Hey, Ashley, this guy right here, the one you got right now, is the last one I'm ever sending you. After this, it's done. You'll get no more for the rest of your life." Do you think you'd start treating him different the next day?
Yeah, I definitely would.
Then why don't you go ahead and start acting that way now? Because what you're doing is being entitled, combative, and difficult to get along with. You're lucky you got a man who's willing to put up with you, you said it, you've been engaged twice and married once. That's a lot of miles. And he's willing to put up with that. Can he at least get the damn cooperation? Because what's the alternative? Not cooperate, and it ends up falling apart? You want to be back on the dating scene, entering your 40s?
Not really. We're just both really stubborn, and I'm like, let's do this, and he's like, let's do this. It's hard for me to be submissive. I need to learn how. I don't know how to be submissive at all.
Okay.
I'm just realizing that.
Well, are you submissive in the bedroom? Are you on top?
No, I'm usually on bottom.
Okay. Well, go out. Are you in the United States?
Yeah, I live in Missouri, way out in the country.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, there you go. Thank you. Because if you actually had to go in one weekend in the dating single scene, you have a different appreciation for your relationship. Because, ma'am, honestly, you don't want to be out here. If you got somebody who can tolerate you, you're stubborn, he's stubborn. But if you guys lived together and there was a bump in the night, who would have to get up to go check it out?
He would.
Right. So he would have to be willing to die for you. You just got to listen to him. Do this. Take a list and start writing all the things you appreciate and value about him. Write a list of how he makes your life better. Then on the other side, write the things that get on your nerves about him. See which side is longer. If the one side of the list is longer, the things you appreciate, then the things get on your nerves, then shut the French toast up and get it moving. If the other list is bigger, then have that conversation. So at least he can know the things that bother him. But oftentimes in this country, especially first world countries, you ladies make mountains out of molehills, really not real issues. They're just personality quirks and issues. he's not. Is he cheating on you?
No, he's not cheating on me.
Is he
I
bringing
did
out?
see
Has he
some
brought?
stuff
Has he
on.
brought? Has he got anybody pregnant?
No, we don't have any kids.
No. Does he? Has he gotten anybody pregnant? No. So he has no kids. Has he
No,
brought you any kind of STD?
Not that I know of. What?
Has he brought you any kind of STD?
No.
Then you're winning. Write the list. Be thankful. Draw him a bath. Make him a sandwich, and then drop to your knees.
Okay.
Woman,
I'll
get
work
back
on
in
that.
here and make me a sandwich.
Yeah. Yep. Go have lots of sex and appreciate the man you have, because you don't want to be out here.
Did I not make myself clear?
Have a good night now.
All right. Thank you.
Bye.
This woman just called in about her relationship problems, and honestly, it's a mess. 3 broken engagements, 1 failed marriage, and now she's stuck in a relationship that's going nowhere. Here's what really stood out to me, though. She knows exactly what her problems are. She admits she's stubborn and hard to deal with. But then she turns around and says she doesn't want to lose her boyfriend. You see the issue here, right? You can't say you want to keep someone while refusing to change the very things that push them away. Look, she's 34 years old, never had kids. Her relationships keep failing. At some point, you have to start asking why this pattern keeps repeating itself. This isn't about completely changing who you are. It's about being honest about what's clearly not working. If her boyfriend isn't cheating, isn't treating her badly, and isn't starting unnecessary drama, then what exactly is she fighting against? The real answer is that she doesn't want to take responsibility for her own behavior, and that's where the problem lies. Kevin gave her some pretty solid advice too. Write down all the good things about her boyfriend, then write down all the things that bother you. Compare those 2 lists and make a decision based on actual facts. That's not complicated at all. It's just being smart about your situation instead of letting emotions run everything. If the good stuff clearly outweighs the bad, then start acting like you actually appreciate what you have. Be kind to him. Say thank you more often. Work with him instead of constantly fighting against him. Because here's what nobody really wants to hear. Being difficult doesn't make you interesting or independent. It just makes people not want to be around you. And that's the harsh truth. You also can't wait forever to figure this out. Good relationships don't just stick around indefinitely while you decide whether you want to participate or not. This woman has a pretty clear choice ahead of her. Either she values this relationship enough to actually put in some effort, or she doesn't. But she can't keep trying to have it both ways. She can't continue being the exact same person who sabotaged 3 previous engagements and somehow expect different results this time around. Real change isn't just talking about it endlessly. You actually have to demonstrate it through your daily actions. How you respond to situations, how you treat the person you claim to care about. What's your take on this whole situation? Will she actually step up and do something meaningful about her behavior? Or is this just going to be engagement number 4 that crashes and burns? Let me know what you think in the comments below. Hit that like button if this made sense to you. Turn on notifications so you don't miss anything, and subscribe for more straight talk about relationships. I'll see you in the next one.